Peabody, you're late.
I am? I'm sorry, Mr. Bilsby.
Ugh, it smells in there.
John, what's the matter?
The kitchen. Something smells awful.
Mark my words, Harmony Corner Church will fail, and I'll be a witness to it.
I'm Miss Jean. Join me on a trip to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join me for today's expedition in Discovery Mountain. Were you able to go to church this weekend? Well, whether you live in the city and go to a grand church, or if you live in a quiet area with a little country chapel, I hope that you love your church. Now, if you haven't ever been to church before, I invite you to find one close to you. Big or small, church is a wonderful thing to be a part of. The Harmony Corner Church in Discovery Mountain looks a little, I don't know the right word to describe how it looks. Tired or worn out might be good words. Mr. Simon is on his way to the little church right now. We'll join him in a minute, but first, someone in the next town over is praying, and it's an important prayer with a big faith exercise in it. Let's see if we can listen to it in today's episode called Peabody Prays. This is episode 1 of season 12 called Harmony Corner. Come on and listen.
Well, here I am at work. I don't want to get out of my car. I wonder if they'd even notice if I didn't show up today. Lord, you know how I feel. I've prayed about this before. I just need a change. I don't know what, but you do, God. Please show me what your plan is for my future. I haven't always listened to you, but I'm ready to listen now. Please show me what you want me to do. Amen. Another day, another dollar. Yay, team.
Peabody, you're late.
I am? I'm sorry, Mr. Bilsby.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. You've never been late for work a day in your life. I've just always wanted to say that.
Well, Mr. Bilsby, you do have an interesting sense of humor.
Yeah, I have been told that. How are the drawings coming along on our latest project?
Great. They're right here if you'd like to take a look. I met with the client again yesterday.
Let's see. Yeah, nice design work. This is going to be a first-class building. Good work, Peabody.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bilsby. I do enjoy this part of the job, even if I didn't go to college to be an architect.
You have talent, Peabody. Take the designs over to the engineers for approval.
Yes, of course. I'll take them over right away.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Peabody,
Yes, Mr. Bilsby?
you went to college for something else. What was that again?
Oh, we don't have to talk about that right now. I have these drawings to get to the engineers.
You're still happy working for me, right?
Sir, you've given me all kinds of opportunities here at Bilsby Builders. I've risen in this company faster than anyone else without formal training. My wife and I are very thankful for the work.
I know you are. I'm not questioning your ability or your gratitude. I asked, are you happy?
Well, I appreciate the work. You're always flexible with my schedule, and that means a lot.
Family is important. Say, did your son Harold's team win their game yesterday?
They didn't, but they had a ton of fun playing.
Oh, I'm glad. Well, John Harris will be back in the office this afternoon.
Oh, good. We've been holding off on the demolition on 81st Street until he returned.
Yeah, coordinate with him on that.
Will do, Mr. Bilsby. And I'll get these drawings to the engineers.
Thanks, Peabody. Peabody. one of the best workers I've ever had. I just wish that he was happy here.
Meanwhile, back in Discovery Mountain, Mr. Simon walks toward Harmony Corner. He's headed to the church for choir practice.
There's nothing as refreshing as a sunshiny winter morning. Gadget, just look up at the church. It still looks like new from this distance. Gadget, wait for me. You know I can't climb this hill as fast as you.
Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in... Oh, hey there, Gadget. Did you outrun Mr. Simon again?
Oh, hi there, Guy.
Hi, Mr. Simon. I see Gadget outran you, huh?
Yes, he makes it up here a lot faster than I do these days.
Well, he does have an advantage. 4 legs instead of 2.
Well, that is true. Guy, are you here for choir practice?
Choir practice? Ugh, no, Mr. Simon. I've never sung in a choir before.
Really? But you're singing.
Mr. Simon, I was driving through Harmony Corner when something on the church caught my eye.
Oh?
Yeah, step up here and look at this right next to the front doors.
Yes, what is it?
When I brush my hand on the wall, well, watch.
Guy, the paint just flakes right off.
The paint is flaking off the church everywhere.
It doesn't look very nice, does it? It makes a big mess, too.
Our church needs to be painted.
Yes, you're right, of course. It's overdue.
I still have all my supplies from painting Tamara's house. I'd be happy to do the job at a fair price.
Well, that's very kind of you, Guy. I'll mention it when the church board meets, but I think you know what the problem will be.
Let me guess. There isn't money in the budget?
You guessed it.
Mr. Simon, I don't need the work. I have plenty. I just want our church to look nice again.
Yes, I know what you mean, Guy.
Ugh, it smells in there.
John, what's the matter?
The kitchen. Something smells awful.
Well, I'll go take a look.
Sorry, Mr. Simon. I'd help, but I've got to get into work this afternoon. I promised Michelle I'd drop off the pot she borrowed on my way out of town, and I'm running late.
That's all right, John. The choir members and I will figure it out after our practice.
There's no one inside for choir practice, at least not that I saw.
Really? Again?
I wish I could stay and help.
John, I know you have to go. Come on, Mr. Simon, I'll help you. We'll solve the mystery of the smelly kitchen.
Oh, thanks, Guy.
Bye, and good luck with that mystery.
Safe travels, John. Yes, Gadget, put your nose to work. You can help, too.
Come in.
Hi, Mr. Billsby. Just checking in to let you know that I'm back.
Harris, good. Your family doing all right?
Well, yes,
Just spit it out, Harris.
well, sir, Michelle was wondering, it was her idea, not mine.
Out with it.
Michelle's been invited to a cooking seminar in the city, and, well, I'd need to stay with Judah and Gracie, and...
John, that'll be fine.
Really?
Yes. Just make sure you take care of that demolition on 81st Street this week. Peabody's been waiting for you.
Thank you, Mr. Billsby. I'll check in with him right now.
Sounds good. Close the door on the way out.
Peabody, I'm back.
John, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too. So, Billsby asked me to check in with you on this 81st Street demolition.
Yeah, it's all ready to go. I just need you to survey the site so that the demolition... John, what are you doing?
Do I smell weird?
Do you smell weird? No. Why?
Michelle had me stop at the church on the way out of town, and the kitchen smelled awful.
You smell fine.
Are you sure? It seems like every time I'm in Discovery Mountain...
Wait, Discovery Mountain?
Yeah, that's where Michelle and the kids live now.
Really? You never told me.
I did. I told you about the cafe.
Yeah, but not what town they were in.
Really? Huh. Minor detail, I guess.
John, I grew up in Discovery Mountain.
You did not.
I did.
What is it about that town? It's like I can't get it out of my head. Now you're telling me you grew up there.
Yep, I haven't been back in years. How is it?
How is it? Well, I guess it's fine. Judah and Gracie love living there. Fine other than the smelly church kitchen, I guess.
Ah, the church! I loved walking up to Harmony Corner to go to church as a kid. You know, Mabel and I were married in that church.
Really? I had no idea.
It was looking a little run down back then. I imagine it's all fixed up nowadays.
I wouldn't say that. It looks terrible.
Terrible?
You know, I'm not the best person to report on it. I just hear stories. You must know Mr. Simon?
Oh, of course.
You should check with him on how the church is.
Ah, Mr. Simon. Good idea. I'll do that.
Now, if you're sure I don't smell weird, tell me what I need for the demolition.
All right. We have the team ready. City officials on site. The wrecking crew.
Peabody is from Discovery Mountain? That's interesting. I wonder if he'll really be in touch with Mr. Simon. We'll find out right after this break.
Hi, moms and dads, aunts and uncles. I'm Michelle Stutz, and I play Michelle Harris on Discovery Mountain. My niece Sophia is Discovery Mountain's biggest fan. Recently, I surprised her with the Faith Exercise Workbook. She loves it. Do you have a Discovery Mountain fan in your family too? Visit our website for t-shirts, audio CD sets, workbooks, and more. The perfect gifts for your fan. That's discoverymountain.com.
Welcome back to today's episode, the first in season 12, called Harmony Corner. Peabody says he's from Discovery Mountain and that he knows Mr. Simon. Let's find out if that's true.
Let's see, I thought that the baking soda was on this shelf. Ah, here it is. And I'll need vinegar, disinfecting wine.
Hey, Mr. Simon!
Oh, hi there, Jake.
Looks like you're getting ready for some spring cleaning.
Oh, well, some cleaning anyway. There's a terrible smell in the church kitchen.
Oh, no. Did someone forget to take out the trash after potluck?
No, Guy Watts and I looked for that. It's still a mystery.
Well, did you run the garbage disposal? You know, once after youth group, we made banana smoothies, and Wyatt poured the leftovers in the disposal but forgot to turn it on. Ugh, remember?
Oh, I remember that well. It's not that. We checked the disposal, too.
Well, I guess that's another one for the list.
List?
Yeah, my list of fix-up projects around the church. See, the kids at Discovery Mountain Academy can volunteer for them. You know, get some community service hours for them.
Hey, good idea, Jay. Let's see that list.
Numero uno, fix the broken couch leg in the youth chapel. Numero duo.
Do you mean numero dos?
Uh-huh.
Never mind. What's number 2?
Numero 2, fix broken rocking chair in youth chapel. Numero 3 is fix broken armrest on chair in...
Let me guess. Youth chapel. Jake, is all the furniture in the youth chapel broken?
Yes, indeedy.
So that's your whole list?
Oh, no, I've got 18, hold on. Smelly kitchen, 19 items here. Take a look.
I see. Well, things are worse than I realized.
Well, the Academy kids can work together. You know what I always say. TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more.
Jake, I appreciate the thought, but there's more on this list than your students can fix. Harmony Corner Church needs some help.
I guess you're right, Mr. Simon. I'll pray about it.
Thanks, Jake. I will too. God is faithful. He'll answer us.
Oh, he always does.
Jake, you came into Trekkers looking for something. A trail mix?
Hey, how'd you know?
Call it a hunch. Excuse me, Jake. I have to answer that phone.
No problemo.
Hello, Trekkers. George Simon speaking.
Mr. Simon? It's so good to hear your voice. This is Craig Peabody. You probably don't remember me.
Well, now, Craig Peabody, I'd recognize your voice anywhere.
Mr. Simon, you were always too kind.
Good to hear from you, son. How may I help you?
Well, I hope you can give me an update on how the Harmony Corner Church is doing.
A church? Funny you should ask. Well, Craig, since you left, I was just talking to Jake, and he had 19 items, including the armrest and the...
Mr. Simon shared Jake's list with him. It wasn't the report he wanted to give, or the one that Peabody wanted to hear.
Peabody, Billsby approved the dynamite purchase for the 81st Street demolition.
Oh, cool.
Also, Billsby wants you to meet him in the conference room at 3 o'clock to review the architect's revisions to your building design.
Oh, okay, fine.
You okay, man?
I'm just processing a lot. I'm gonna take a quick walk. I'll be back in time for the meeting.
All right. I hope that walk helps.
I need to pray. Dear Lord, thank you for listening. Thank you for caring for me and my family. God, something's wrong in Discovery Mountain. The church, it shouldn't be falling apart. Who am I to talk to you about all this? I haven't always listened to you. God, can you forgive me? Will you use me to help my friends in Discovery Mountain? Please show me how I can make a difference. Amen.
You feeling better?
Meh.
Peabody, come on in. The engineers... Oh, looks like a client arrived. Meeting with the engineers will have to be rescheduled.
Oh, all right.
You all right?
I'm sorry, Mr. Billsby. I don't normally let my feelings affect me at work.
I've never seen you look so down. Is your family okay?
Yes, Mabel and Harold couldn't be better. It's...
Yes.
Did I ever tell you that I grew up in Discovery Mountain?
Huh. No, you didn't. That's a beautiful town over there. You know, my old manager nearly ruined that.
Yeah, I heard all about that when I started here. Well, I just talked to Mr. Simon.
How's George doing?
To be fair, I only asked him about the church.
The church?
John told me that the church wasn't in great shape, so I called Mr. Simon, and it's all true. The church I grew up in, was married in, is falling apart.
I see. This appears to mean a great deal to you.
Surprisingly, yes. I feel like I should do something.
You're one of my best people. What do you need?
I don't know exactly. Mr. Billsby, could I go to Discovery Mountain for a while? I think I can help.
How long are you talking about?
How about 2? Yes, 2 should be enough.
2 days? Well, we have this project on the go. But yeah, I think we can manage.
I meant 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I shouldn't have asked. I apologize.
Peabody, you've never asked me for anything. Sure, go ahead.
Really? I'll have to make a few phone calls. It might not even be possible. Mr. Billsby, I can't thank you enough.
Well, there it is. Peabody happy. Now that's how I make a difference.
The little church does seem to need help, and Peabody wants to help. Will it really happen? Stay with us through this short break, and we'll find out.
Hey, it's Sean Boonstra, Speaker Director of the Voice of Prophecy, the ministry that brings you this program. Has Discovery Mountain been an encouragement to the children in your life? Weekly Discovery Mountain episodes are made possible through the generosity of our supporters. Would you like to join us as a supporter? Find out how you can receive a Discovery Mountain t-shirt as a thank you gift. Call us at 1-877-566-7365 today. That's 877-566-7365.
Before the break, Peabody asked Mr. Billsby for 2 weeks off from work to go to Discovery Mountain to help fix up the church. Is that realistic? Let's find out.
Excuse me, Pastor Williams?
Yes?
There's an important call for you on line 2. It's about one of our churches being in disrepair.
Ah, I see. Well, could you please take a message? Barbara and I are in an important meeting.
A very important meeting.
Yes, I told him that.
And?
Well, Pastor Williams, he told me to tell you something specific.
Yes, what is it?
I don't understand exactly, but he told me to tell you, go Mighty Mallards!
Put his call right through.
Pastor Williams, what about our meeting? We have a full agenda.
It'll wait, Barbara. Wait, did the caller say anything else?
Yes, he said you'd ask. He said, 72 rules.
Put the call right through.
Pastor Williams?
It's all right, Barber. This is one of my buddies from college. I'll put him on speakerphone.
Oh, goody.
Hi, Peabody.
You remember the old intramural soccer team name?
Of course. How could I forget the Mighty Mallards?
72 was the best.
Oh, brother. Naming your team Mallards?
Peabody, I haven't seen you since Simon's wedding. Another great Mighty Mallard.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, it has. You know he's Chaplain Simon now, serving overseas.
I heard that. I talked to his dad today.
How's Mr. Simon doing?
Well, that's the reason for my call.
Is everything all right?
Everything's all right with the Simon family, but the Harmony Corner Church definitely isn't all right.
Barbara and I were just about to talk about some of the struggling churches in our area. Harmony Corner is one of them.
Oh, well, good timing. Williams, there's a long list of things that need fixing. Too long to go over now, but I have an idea.
What is it?
Well, with your permission, I'd like to help.
I see. Well, Peabody, I appreciate the sentiment, but we're not in a position to hire a pastor for the church now.
Oh, wait. Now, hold on. I'm talking about going in and organizing things. You know, helping with repairs and whatever else is needed.
Craig, I appreciate the sentiment, but I just don't have the budget.
No budget needed. My boss approved me taking 2 weeks off. I'll donate my time and raise the funds or just cover the cost of supplies myself.
I don't know what to say.
Then say yes.
Barber?
Well, it sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
Peabody, you have my approval.
Thanks, Williams. I won't let you down.
I believe you, buddy. I believe you.
Oh, Mr. Simon, I want to help.
Oh, hi, Jake. What would you like to help with?
Oh, cleaning the church and fixing the broken couch leg and, well, the whole list.
Jake, fixing the church is going to be a team effort. But slow down for just a minute.
Okay, but I have all this energy right now. Ugh, let's go scrub that smelly kitchen or something.
As exciting as that sounds, just wait a minute. Natasha agreed to help me.
You don't need Natasha. I'll help.
What is it with you and Natasha? You never seem to be in sync.
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Jake, come on, sit down.
Well, all right.
I prayed about how to help the church.
Yeah, I did too.
How did God impress you?
Well, that we really need to work together, and we need help.
I had the same answer to my prayer too, Jake. Neither of us has time to manage all that needs to be done.
True, I do have my Bible classes to teach at the academy, and coming up with activities for youth chapel does take a lot of time.
I know.
And you, Mr. Simon, you have truckers, you're mayor. Well, I see your point.
Let Natasha help with the kitchen. You worry about the youth chapel.
And who's going to worry about the rest of the list?
We'll just have to patiently wait for an answer on that one.
Oh, okay, Mr. Simon, I better go. I have lessons to prepare for tomorrow's class.
I understand, Jake. Good night.
Good night.
Hello, Trekkers. George Simon speaking.
Mr. Simon, it's Craig Peabody again.
Twice in one day. What a surprise.
I have an idea. I talked to Williams and he okayed it.
Oh, what is it?
Well, I want to visit Discovery Mountain and help you fix up Harmony Corner Church. My boss approved the time off, and Williams approved me volunteering for you. Mr. Simon, all I need is your okay. What do you think? Mr. Simon, are you still there?
I am, and I'm speechless. Yes, you have my approval.
Wonderful. I have to tell Mabel.
And I have to tell Jake. This is an answer to our prayer.
It's an answer to my prayer, too. Who's Jake?
Oh, you're going to love him. We'll talk again soon, all right?
Absolutely. Good night, Mr. Simon.
Good night.
Everything seems to be working out. Peabody and Mr. Simon are happy, and Jake will be very happy. There's someone else who isn't happy, though, and that's Barber. Listen.
Did you send the email yet?
Oh, Mr. Barber, you startled me. Which email?
The one about Harmony Corner Church.
No, you said to wait until after your meeting with Pastor Williams.
Well, good. Save it in your drafts.
So don't send it?
Exactly. It looks like we have a do-gooder on our hands. Peabody might think he can save that little rundown church, but I believe it'll fail inside of 2 months.
All right, Mr. Barber, if you say so.
I do say so. Mark my words, Harmony Corner Church will fail, and I'll be a witness to it.
I sure hope that Barber isn't right. How about you, Director Doug?
Yeah, it sounds like this church really needs some help to fix it up.
And Peabody is willing.
Yeah, he prayed, and his prayer reminds me of another prayer.
Ah, me too.
It's an old one, found in the book of Nehemiah.
Yes, just like Peabody, the prophet Nehemiah prayed to God. He didn't pray about a falling apart church, but about a falling apart wall in his home city of Jerusalem.
Nehemiah was living in Babylon then, and he asked his boss for some time off to go back to Jerusalem.
Right. His boss was the king, of course, and he was the king's cupbearer.
Peabody really exercised his faith by praying and asking God to show him just what he had planned for him and where he could use him to make a big difference.
Yes, I hope that his faith exercise is well received.
Yeah, at least one person, though, isn't happy about it.
Right. Well, Director Doug, I guess we're going to have to keep listening to find out what happens with the church.
I hope they find out what smells so terrible in the kitchen.
Me too. I hope that you at home will exercise your faith with us this season. If you've never read the book of Nehemiah, I invite you to start in chapter 1 with Nehemiah's prayer. Here's just one part of that prayer for you from verse 11. Nehemiah chapter 1 and verse 11. O Lord, I pray, please let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant and to the prayer of your servants who desire to fear your name. Just like Nehemiah, I want God to hear and answer my prayers too.
Definitely. Join us again next time as we exercise our faith with our friends in Discovery Mountain as they learn to work together to make a difference. See you next time.
You've been listening to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. To listen to other episodes and to send us a message, visit us online at discoverymountain.com or write to us at Discovery Mountain, P.O. Box 999, Loveland, Colorado 80539. And in Canada, write to Box 2127, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, L1H 7V4. Discovery Mountain is a production of The Voice of Prophecy. Join us again next time here at Discovery Mountain, where every day is an exercise in faith. Peabody Praise was written by Jean Boonstra and produced by Steve Phillips and post-produced in Ontario, Canada by Douglas Bruce and Danny Columby.